Thank you, Jeff, and good evening to everybody. I'm excited to be with you. I wish it could be in person, but I'm proud of you. The show has to go on. So, Shamim, good for you, for your persistence. It's a good cause. And thank you, Jeff, Barbara, all of you for being here and for all that you do. I do want to say a word about the Colonel and about Viola Davis, but first I want to thank you, all of you at the Institute for Nonviolence, because you've been at this hard work for more than 20 years, and I think it's probably never been more important than it is right now. What we're living through as a nation and as a community right now is tough stuff. And at the root of the solution is more peace and less violence, less hatred, more relationships, more communication, more healing, more understanding, more tolerance, more love, and that's what you guys do. All day, all night, in the toughest of circumstances. I have always been proud of the work of the Institute, but really never more so than now. And I know you've had some really hard days and nights in the past 6 months. And so as your governor, I want to say thank you on behalf of all the people of Rhode Island. And I know it's hard, and here you are trying to raise money to keep the doors open. I just would ask you to keep going, because I think that what you've been preaching is powerful and more powerful and more needed now than ever in this country and in this world that is so filled with intolerance and lack of peace. So I would ask you to keep going and don't get discouraged. And I can only imagine how hard that is, but I'm here to tell you we need you to keep going. We're also here tonight to honor one of our most well-known Rhode Islanders, Viola Davis. Clearly, she is known to everybody, and we are so proud of her. We claim her as our own. Viola is a woman of extraordinary talent, and she comes from Central Falls, and she's never forgotten Central Falls. Even through this crisis, has continued to donate to the families in Central Falls so they could have a meal, so they could have opportunity, and I know has championed the cause of peace throughout her career and throughout her philanthropy. So thank you, Viola, for lending your voice to the voiceless. You know it because you came from it in Central Falls, and God bless you for never forgetting that. And congratulations on receiving the 2020 Nonviolence Institute Community Impact Award.
The Nonviolence Institute presents the 2020 Community Impact Award to honor a person that is making a measurable impact on our vibrant Rhode Island community. Impact can be measured in a variety of ways, from volunteerism, support of our community partners, and innovative business models that support building the healthy, beloved community. Ms. Viola Davis has impacted the state of Rhode Island and its communities in many ways through her philanthropy and by continually supporting Rhode Island community partners working to make a difference in our beloved community. Ms. Davis' philanthropy in Rhode Island consists of her continued support of the Nonviolence Institute, where the teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. are practiced every day through nonviolence education. We are honored to have Ms. Viola Davis's continued support. Along with her support of the Nonviolence Institute, Ms. Viola Davis partnered with the Vaseline Healing Project, helped open a free community health center in Central Falls, and is an ambassador of Hunger Is, all projects fighting for the causes related to poverty. Ms. Viola Davis is also a supporter of Central Falls High School, Rhode Island College, Upward Bound, and numerous education programs supporting Rhode Islanders. Just recently, Ms. Viola Davis partnered with the Rhode Island chapter of Frontline Foods that delivered meals to local healthcare workers at the Hasbro Children's Hospital. These are just some of the many causes Ms. Viola Davis believes in and supports in our beloved communities within Rhode Island and continues her philanthropy worldwide. We are extremely honored to call Ms. Viola Davis a supporter of the Nonviolence Institute, and we celebrate Ms. Viola Davis with our 2020 Nonviolence Institute Community Impact Award. And I want to personally present this to you, Ms. Davis. This is an honor, a privilege, and we are blessed to have your support. So congratulations and God bless and continued success. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you too, Colonel Clements and Jeff Gagnon, Michelle, and Governor Raimondo. I appreciate all you do. I feel that I am a survivor of violence. I am a survivor of domestic violence, and as a woman of color, I am a survivor of community and American violence. You know, they say that violence is the last refuge of the incompetent, and that's how I felt my entire life. I felt like I sort of just floated on the wave of my father's frustration, poverty, the frustration of poverty. And then I had to sort of live as an adult with navigating the effects of it. And because I am a survivor, I can look back, and I know for especially kids who are in it now, domestically, who are in it, especially if they're growing up in poverty, but not necessarily just poverty. They're not seen. Nobody's looking at them. Nobody's asking even the person who is administering the violence where it's coming from. And so you're just left out there alone, isolated. And it's why I give back so much to Central Falls, because I want those kids to feel seen. I want those kids to feel valued. I don't want them to feel like there's anything that they have to give or do to even deserve that worth and that value. They already have it the moment they came out of the womb. I know that even struggling in food poverty situations with, you know, schools that don't have even the supplies or the books, me just being there, seeing them, speaks volumes. It would have spoken volumes to me. And as far as the impact of violence in terms of systemic racism, and we know all of that. We know Jim Crow. We know the Black codes. We know the mass incarceration of Black men. And we know we've seen George Floyd with the knee on his neck. And Ahmaud Arbery being shot multiple times while he's jogging, and Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland. And we can go on. And those constant barrage of images and that constant knowledge of history of that violent past has made such an impact on Black and brown communities that people don't see and acknowledge. And once I got to any level of notoriety, the one thing I said was, I see it and I notice it. And I can't dismantle it on my own, but I can do my part. You know, you could plant a seed, you don't know how it's gonna grow, but you have to plant it. And that's why I give to even the Thespian Society. You know, my sister Dolores created that Thespian Society. And, you know, people don't even know the power of the arts, the power of these Black and brown kids who can even express themselves, to be able to have a conduit to express themselves. You know, being in constant conversation, even with Mayor Diosa, and understanding all of the the issues just within Central Falls community. It's, you know, it's not just a struggling community out of nowhere. It's taking a lot of decisive policies and systems that have been put in place to make it what it is today. But the beautiful thing is the Nonviolence Institute. You have no idea the impact that you're making. You know, you don't have any idea of how you're basically throwing a rope into a friggin' ocean where people are drowning and they can't even keep a nostril above water, because that's how it feels to experience trauma after violence, okay? So you don't understand how much you're saving people. And so I thank you for this award. I just see it as another example that I have to continue doing my part. And I know for a fact you'll continue to do your part. I will continue to contribute to the Institute because I totally believe in it. I went online, I have to say, and I saw a testimony of a young man, and I'm forgetting his name now, and he had a last name of someone I grew up with, and I can't believe I'm forgetting it now. But it was the most extraordinary testimony where he had been incarcerated, and now he was exploring all the reasons that made him so mad all the time and made him lash out. And he was having this rebirth moment. And I thought that that was so beautiful, how you're changing lives, even in communities, but even individuals. So it's a beautiful thing. I thank you for this award. I'm humbled by it, and I'll continue to do my best. Thank you.